Hello and welcome everybody to day one of the Arena Open. It is that time again, my favorite time of the month, because we get to play in my favorite tournament of the month, which is the Arena Open. This is an event where if you do well, you can win cash money. That's right. If you do well, you can win up to $2,000. So how do we do that? Well, we are currently in day one, and what that means is we are going to be participating in best of one Pioneer Master Sealed, and if we can pick up 7 wins before we pick up our third loss, we will make it into day 2. Once we make it into day 2, it'll be best 2 out of 3 draft. We get to do up to 2 draft pods. If you do well in the first draft pod, that'll qualify you for the second draft pod, and then if you do well enough in the second draft pod, you will get to go home with up to $2,000. Now, last year, I was able to take home $2,000 twice out of, I believe, 5 attempts. This time around, let's hope to see if we can have a similar conversion rate in the Arena Open. Maybe more. We'll see, because these tournaments are super fun to participate in. All right, now before we head into the sealed deck, I just want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some booster boxes or some singles to round out your commander deck, standard deck, or any other constructed deck, make sure you check out TCGplayer.com and click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, check out HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, HeavyPlay.com is the place to go. Make sure you go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Alrighty, here we go. Let's open some goodies. Bombs, bombs, and more bombs, please. 8 cards. I do like seeing that. You know, I'm actually not a big fan of the gods. Just generally, they're not all that strong. So I don't actually like Perforos very much at all unless I'm really, really aggressive. Xenagos can be okay, but also you kind of want to be aggressive. I mean, look, we have a Scourge of Valkis. If somehow the rest of our pool is just a bunch of good red cards, we can maybe make that work. Sylvan Caryatid is, of course, fine. And then Dictate of Heliod is a fantastic card if we get enough white cards. So let's see what the rest of the packs have in store for us. Going into our white, we have a couple of compulsory rests. Not a lot of creatures. We have a Steward of Solid. Wow. We have literally one white creature with this Dictate of Heliod. So that's really unfortunate. Stasis Snare is also good. But unless I have another color pairing that gives me 12, 13, 14 creatures, yeah, when you play a deck with Dictate of Heliod, you need lots and lots of creatures. For blue, we have a Cloudfin Raptor. An Illusory Angel. No, blue doesn't look that strong either. There's a Gust of Wind. Okay, we're going to need some help in some of the other colors. Let's take a look at black. Couple of Tormented Heroes, a Basilica Screecher, Undead Butler's fine, Night Howler I like, Read the Bones is okay, Fellstinger and Gurmag Angler. All right, black looks okay. Black looks okay. Moving into our red, Rimrock Knight, Gearcrafter Fanatic. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to go mono red here. Double Heartpiercer Manticore, okay. We have a Perforos, the Emissary. I don't think the Pyromancer's Assault is any good. A Scourge of Valkis, which is fine. And a Boulder Salvo. Okay. Our green also doesn't look very strong. Like, our red looks okay. Audacity, Triple Savage Punch, Caryatid, Gnarlback Rhino. Okay. Double Dimir Guildgate. Some Gateway Plaza. We have a bunch of gates. Oh my gosh, this is one of the. This looks really disappointing, but you know, let's lay it out here. Let's not give up all hope just yet. Let's actually lay it out before we say that the sky is falling. Let's clean this up and see what we have available. Wow. All right. Well, you know what? Green is just. We have like 5 green cards. So let's take the green cards out. As far as white goes, I mean, what is Growing Ranks do? At the beginning of your upkeep, Populate. All right. Loxodon Smiter, that's a green card. Probably not going to end up playing that. Double Storm Chaser Mage is interesting. I wonder if there's some kind of blue-red tempo deck available here. We also have the Cyclops. And we have the Biden of Thassa, which is really good with evasive creatures. And we do have Nimbus Naiad. We have Gust of Wind. We have Cloudfin Raptor. So maybe that's a direction that we can go. So yeah, maybe that's a direction. At least it kind of makes sense. Like I said, with the white, it's just I have no creatures, and that's really hard to make work. For red, we have Gear per Gearcrafter, Rimrock Knight, Double Manticore. I mean, it's not like even our red is all that deep either. It's not like Akum Warrior is like a card I'm slamming. Pyromancer's Assault I don't really love. Scourge of Valkis is really hard to cast. I mean, do I still just play it? It's really hard to cast. There's Perforos, which is unclear if this is good enough. Like, it's good enough if I can have enough red permanents, but if you look here, our red is not even that deep, right? The other option here is, I mean, you got to kind of look at your guild gates, right? And our guild gates tell us, well, Grixis, right? Because I don't care about the green guild gate or the white guild gate, right? Not too much, at least. And then if you look at the rest, then it's just like, okay, well, we have Grixis colors. There's Nightfell Spectre, which is a very powerful card, which would go if I decided to go maybe like blue-black. But this is the only card that's multicolored that's in blue-black. And what do I have in black that I really like? It's not the Devour Fleshes, but, you know, Basilica Screecher is fine with Biden of Thassa. Fell Stinger is fine. Read the Bones is fine. Undead Butler is fine, which does work well with the Night Howler and the Gurmag Angler. These are all cards I'm reasonably happy with on the right. Blood Scrivener is certainly fine. There's Sire of Insanity, which I don't know that I love. So black-red, I suppose, is also the other consideration here. If I want to go like an aggressive black-red deck, I do have Double Tormented Hero as 1-drops as well. I'm more interested to see how the blue-red deck looks, so I'm going to lay that out first. But I think it's going to be something in the Grixis colors, just because I really like Stormchaser Mage. Yeah. Yep, this is our deck. I mean, probably don't want to play the Emissaries. Nightfell Spectre and Scourge of Valkis in the same deck is a bit of a stretch. Scourge is probably better to play. But we don't have as good of a curve as we'd like. Maybe the blue is just not very good. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to see what a Biden of Thassa blue tempo-y deck looked like, but I just don't know that it's enough here. So let's take a look at the red-black deck. This might just be tough overall. Yeah, this is brutal. This might be the worst seal deck I've ever opened. I can splash Xenagos, I guess. I have a couple of Sanitarium Skeletons, but I have nothing to do with it. There's a Halo Scarab in here, too. So, like, if we cut those... Is this just the deck? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. I have to play double Devour Flesh. I have to play Pyroman. This card does not seem very good to me. I mean, it gives us a reasonable curve. The alternative is to also just play full on 3 colors because of our gates, right? Because we have 4 or 5 Grixis lands. So we can try to do something like that. The problem is, with the blue cards specifically, they're kind of leaning towards being aggressive. So can we go blue, red, splash black? But if we splash black, what are we even splashing black for? Right? Because the black cards that I have that I want to play are like Tormented Hero, which is not even particularly strong. It just lets me curve out. But if I want to play a deck that's looking to beat down with Tormented Hero, I don't really want to play a 3-color deck. So therein lies the problem here. All right, I think tricky blue-red deck it is. I just realized there's also an issue with this deck. I have a bunch of prowess cards and I have no flyers. Or sorry, I don't actually have spells in my prowess deck. Is red not the answer? Is my red just not good? Like Heartpiercer, Manticore, and Boulder Salvo, like these are okay, so the cards I actually like in red are these 5 cards. So that's only 5 cards. Scourge is fine, but it just deals 1 damage when it enters battlefield. It's not even all that impressive. Maybe blue-black. All right, I'm gonna put together blue-black and see what that looks like. Okay, well, you know what? This blue-black deck has a curve. It's got a bunch of creatures. I gotta play the Devour Fleshes. We have Nightfell Spectre. We have some flyers. And then Biden of Thassa with a Gust of Wind. Probably need to play it. You know, what's funny is I always talk about how bad this card is. I might have to play it here. Just straight blue-black. Then we can play a couple. Our mana is at least very solid. We can play the double Guild Gates. My only removal is the double Devour Flesh and a Gust of Wind. I mean, like I said, alternatively, I can just take the plunge here and just take... The thing is, the Storm Chaser mages aren't even that good in this deck just because well, I guess, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have 7 spells. Like, I can certainly see splashing Sire of Insanity as a top-end card, but is it the question is it also worth playing a bunch of lands just to be able to splash a Sire of Insanity? I'm not sure. We do have a creature land here. Like, there's 3 cards here that let us play it. I don't really want to play Gateway Plaza, but we can just play those 3. It's not like the freest thing in the world, but it gives us an extra card to play. And if we were desperate for a removal, I can also play Boulder Salvo. My spell count is also pretty low, so the Salinity Vision doesn't do anything. Something along these lines. Okay. I don't think the red is worth it just to play all those tap lands. I just need to find a random card and just play it and just call it a day here. All right, what do we have that's in blue or black? It's probably going to be some card I've never played before. Is it just the Scion of Ugin? Is that where we're at? I don't have anything to do with Sanitarium Skeleton. All right, we have our deck. Like I said, this is one of the weaker seals I've ever had. This is just the most streamlined deck. It's got a low curve, 16 lands. I have to play Return Centaur. That's right. We have Night Howler. I feel like that's one of the ways we can win. So doing some more self-mill with a bunch of creatures seems okay. And then we have some top crop skirmishers to get back for value. And then we have Night Howler and Nightfell Spectre are our 2 best creatures. Then I'm going to play a singular copy of Rescue from the Underworld to get something back from the graveyard. We're playing Rapid Hybridization. We're trying to curve out and play Devour Flesh. It is what it is. Let's give this a whirl. I'm going to try my best. All right, now if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. I want to give a special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. It truly means a lot, and it really does allow me to continue making this content. Access to the Patreon does give you access to my Discord channel, which I do feel is a really great way to up your limited game. I'm going to keep this. I don't have the blue source for the Cloudfin Raptor. Oh, there we go. We just need to go Cloudfin Raptor into Nightfell Spectre every single game. Into Biden of Thassa, something like that. Well, we had the Devour Flesh here. District Guide is the play from the opponent. And I will Devour Flesh here. Wow. Interesting they didn't just get a Plains. They must have some kind of gate payoff. We shall see. Could be a compulsory rest. Silk Wrap. All right, that is a compulsory rest, so we're just kind of out of things to do now. There is a Night Howler, which I can use to bestow. Which I guess I might as well do onto the Cloudfin Raptor. If they kill the Raptor, I still have the Night Howler available. I have a Rapid Hybridization, which I can use on the Nightfell Spectre to grow my Cloudfin Raptor. It would actually grow it... Oh no, it won't grow it because I had the Night Howler on it. Because when this goes to the graveyard, this automatically becomes a 3/4. And then when I get the 3/3, I don't think I get to actually Monstrous. But by Rapid Hybridization just gives me an extra 3/3 and grows the Cloudfin Raptor. There is a Goreclaw from the opponent's side. Oh, Undead Butler is definitely interesting. Let's go ahead and play that. We hit a top crop skirmisher, so my Cloudfin Raptor now grows. And I wonder if I want to kill the Goreclaw just to prevent shenanigans. And I don't have enough cards in my graveyard for the Gurmag Angler. So now the question is, do I Rapid Hybridization the Goreclaw now so that I can get in for more damage with the Cloudfin Raptor? Or do I try to prevent taking 3 points of damage here from the Goreclaw? Because if I do that, I mean, I guess I am technically the aggressor, getting in for an extra point of damage, and they can have a way to protect the Goreclaw. So why don't we just kill the Goreclaw and attack for 4. No good creature to get back just yet, so I'm not going to block with the Undead Butler this turn. I can certainly just play the Gurmag Angler here, which is fine. And I will play the land. Yeah, so let's play the Gurmag Angler full price. Exile a couple of lands. This grows actually the Cloudfin Raptor. Get in for 5. Okay. Now if the Gurmag Angler dies, somehow, some way, with like a Savage Punch, then I can obviously get it back with the Butler. I also have Rescue from the Underworld. Just a bunch of Gnarlback Rhinos, but I have the Angler. Okay. I don't see a big reason to do anything other than just attack with the Cloudfin Raptor. And no need to sack the Nightveil Spectre. The question is, do I want to Embalm this? I don't, because it actually weakens this. Alright, let's just pass. Because there's a world where I can cast Rescue from the Underworld. Okay, we got one! We got one! Cloudfin Raptor and Night Howler. You know, if I would set the line at how many wins I think this deck was capable of, I mean, 2.5? We'll see. I'm happy. Let's keep it going. Hey, we got Cloudfin Raptor plus Nightveil Spectre. We got it again. We're on the draw, though. What can they possibly play turn 1 that they're tanking here? It's not Cloudfin Raptor. Okay. Seems better to wait until you see what I play just for more information, but it's probably not that relevant, to be honest. Alright, really need to draw land number 3 here. I think with a curve as low as the one that we have, and not much card flow in our deck, I think 16 lands plus Consider is totally fine. I have like 3 1-mana creatures as well, so. And of course, you know, like, here's the thing. When you have a pool as weak as the one that I have, I just feel like, you know, I have to at least get lucky. You know, like, I have to draw land source number 3. And if I don't, then I just have literally no chance. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, my big edge is the fact that I have flyers. And if my opponent also plays flyers, like, my deck doesn't have any removal. So this will be difficult for sure. If I draw another land, I can go Tormented Hero plus Illusory Angel, which is pretty good. Although I'm taking a ton of damage here. What is this? Aerial Maneuver? Is it Artful Maneuver? I don't know. That would be very aggressive. I mean, not much I can do about it, but it sure looks like it. They're trying to just tempo me out here. Artful Maneuver, yeah. Alright, well, it is what it is. Give me a land. Oh! That is very good. They're probably going to sack the Naiad. And then I'm just going to attack with the Raptor. I mean, we're still going to take... I mean, you obviously sack the Naiad. It's just a strictly, yeah, if you sack the Wyvern, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to attack. Like I said, if I can still find a land, because I go down to 6 here, right? That was an aggressive thing from them to do. But if I can draw a land, I go Tormented Hero into Illusory Angel, and boom, I have a 3/4 Cloudfin Raptor and a big Illusory Angel. Okay, Aliev Sky-Knight, okay. I mean, this Artful Maneuver certainly makes a lot more sense, given how their hand looks. I need to play a flyer here or I'm dead. Yeah. All right. I mean, I don't think I have a 1-mana play here, but oh no, I can block. What am I saying? I can block. And this grows the raptor, which is also good, so. But I have to go to 4. I'm sacking the Fell Stinger. And I actually will hold off on the hero so I can play the angel. I'm just playing to my outs here, right? So basically the plan here, assuming they have nothing, is to block the Sky Knight, go down to 2, then play Tormented Hero plus the Illusory Angel, and hope that they play a ground creature here. We died to so many different things here, but just playing to what's available based on my draw. That's what I'm doing here. All right. No, just a solid blue-white flyers deck from the opponent here, and that was good enough to defeat us. All right, 1-1. All right, we are on the play. Hey, every time I've been drawing the Cloudfin Raptor, and this time I'm on the play, and I still have the Nightfell Spectre, so this is something I'm certainly happy with. Ooh. I drew the 2-drop here, but I should definitely just play Dimir Guildgate here. Silk Wrap, all right. I'm happy about that because now there's a higher chance that the Nightfell Spectre will be able to actually connect here. There can't be too much removal here for them. Wingsteed Rider, all right, we're gonna connect, so that's exciting. See what we hit. A land, sure. Then we'll play Return Centaur, target ourselves. And we have 2 creatures, so Night Howler is on 2. Now, if they pass, it's like I can't really attack, right? Well, no, I can go Night Howler on Nightfell Spectre. So we'll see what they do here. Commune with Gods, and they hit Boon Satyr, Heliod's Pilgrim, Nessian Asp, so they get to take one of those cards. And it looks like they went with the Heliod's Pilgrim. They might be looking for a compulsory rest. If they don't attack me, it's... Oh my gosh. What a draw. Huh. Wow, just nothing? Okay, Gateway Plaza, sure. All right. Do we play the Gateway Plaza? I think so. Then we'll just pass. Let's Devour Flesh Dem in response. See what they get. Our Night Howler's on 5, by the way. Night Howler is ridiculous. It counts both sides, which is kind of insane. Armadillo Cloak on the Pilgrim doesn't quite get it done for them. All right. Let's try to close out this game as quickly as possible. If they had a removal spell for the Spectre, I think they would have cast it already. And wow, we hit Sajiri Shelter. And we have Gateway Plaza. Okay. We'll just do that. We'll keep the Nightfell Spectre protected. I should have attacked with the Centaur. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. I should have 100% attacked. Oh well. Like, I don't care about preserving my life total. And if they're going to Unflinching Courage, they're going to attack me anyways. Can you bestow with this? I'm just curious. Oh, you sure can. They're at 3? Oh, did I have lethal? I think I did. I just don't... See, I've never played this card. No, it doesn't give haste. Sack a creature, choose target creature card in your graveyard, return that card and sacrifice under your control. Hold on, I gotta read that card again. I put it in my deck and I'm still not even sure what it does. It's some kind of reanimation spell, alright? Give me a break. Let's read this. As an additional cost, choose target creature card in your graveyard, return that card and the sacrifice cards to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of your next upkeep. So it doesn't put it into play right away. Oh, so you don't even get to attack with it right away. Okay, so it's very slow. Got it. I'm still playing it, just I don't have too many. Like, if I had a supernatural stamina, I would play it. Or another Devour Flesh, but I don't. And I just... This type of deck wants to curve out, and I just didn't want to play a bunch of Guild Gates to splash for kind of mediocre cards. I'd rather just keep the mediocre cards in my colors. Clefin Raptor off the top? No? Alright. 3 lands, Skirmisher, Fellstinger, Scob, Read the Bones, Nimbus Naiad. Totally fine hand. Crawl Harpooner from the opponent. They want to get aggressive. I'm going to play the Skirmisher and hope nothing bad happens. I have the Devour Flesh that I could have played too, but I'm hoping that I can just block the Harpooner. Oh, this is even better. They just put Unflinching Courage on Crawl Harpooner. This is incredible. All right, let's go ahead and just Devour Flesh them now. I mean, they're at 29, but I did get the 2-for-1, right? So... Ghostblade Eidolon. I am at 15. If they put something on this, it is kind of bad for me. I'm going to draw some cards here. Try to find some interactive spells here if possible. Okay, just a courier's briefcase. Okay. That is a relief, definitely. Now what? It's hard to race my opponent at who's at 27 life here. So I just want to try to spend my mana the best way that I can. And I'm debating whether or not that means bestowing with Night Howler or bestowing with Nimbus Naiad. I'm just bestowing with Nimbus Naiad, but I'm going to chill this turn. That's fine because I get my Naiad back. Yeah, that's totally fine. Gurmag Angler was a great draw, but I don't want to exile a bunch of creatures out of my graveyard. So I think I just play this for... I just put a 5/5 into play. Hey, sometimes a 5/5 gets it done. You know what I mean? What do I do next turn? Probably Read the Bones. I mean, depends on obviously what they play here as well. But given that there's a reprieve here, this could be a good time to fire off a Read the Bones. I don't know why they didn't just... Why didn't they just use that? That's so odd. Why didn't you just use that and attack me for 1? Alright, both of these cards are cards I'm very interested in. Let's play the Angel. Huh? Green, white, black, red. Okay, they need a blue source to draw cards off the Courier's briefcase. What the hell? Okay. Never mind. Sylvan Primordial is the play from them. So now... Alright, we got an 8/8 here. It's okay. Okay, so now I can use Biden Athasa and force him to attack. So we'll do that. Oh, it comes and played tapped? Not that it mattered. Courier's briefcase. Did they find a blue source? No. Okay. Let's eat this, eat this. All right. Biden of Thassa doing some work. Blood Scrivener. I have no cards in hand. Okay. All right. Let's maximize the damage we do. And I want to draw the cards off the Biden, so... I would love to draw cards. I would love to draw cards. Okay, that's totally fine. We can now go Screecher into Blood Scrivener and drain them. Okay. And pass. I don't really care to force them to attack. I think they're going to attack me anyways. But we do have... actually... Should I force them to attack? I don't know. All right. Woo! Got some value there. Got some value there with that Devour Flesh. 3 and 1. Oh, man. Okay. Almost halfway there. Spectre. Spectre. We are on the play here with Consider, Island Swamp, Angel, Naiad, Stinger, Howler. I will keep. This is interesting because I want to be able to go Consider into Angel, but I think it's more important to try to find something to play early. So I'll keep the land, I guess. I do need to find. I do need to play a third land, so. All right. Dragon Mantle. Do I give them a 3/3 to prevent a card? Sure. And I know don't take 2 damage this turn either. I mean, it's not ideal, but... Alright, I'll just play this as a Death Toucher right now. Hey, you know, this grows my Night Howler, right? Alright, we can play the Scob. Tormented Hero or Cloudfin Raptor would be an excellent draw here to go with the Illusory Angel. Heart Piercer Manticore is the play from the opponent. Devour Flesh. Ooh, hold on, hold on. It's actually really interesting because I have this Illusory Angel. Like, if I draw a land, I can... getting this off the board just seems so strong, though. But, like, the alternative... Because, like, I don't know how good this Devour Flesh is going to be, right? Yeah. We'll just kill the Heart Piercer. Gurmag Angler. That's annoying because that makes my Night Howler a lot worse. Or it makes it 1 worse, at least. Yeah. Well, they might keep all the creatures in because they might have recursion. Oh, they had to remove both. What am I saying? Yeah, I don't have a great play here. I think I just need to bestow and attack for 5. And then they can get the Heart Piercer Manticore back from the graveyard. They can sack their... Sacking the Angler doesn't seem particularly strong, though. We'll see what they do. If I draw a land, I can go Skirmisher into Angel, which is pretty good. All right, Dreadbore is fine. I get a 3/3 Night Howler. And a Zergo here is the play from the opponent. And yeah. They have a Heartpiercer Manticore, but that doesn't really kill anything here. That great. Oh, no, they can kill my Skirmisher. But that's not a big deal. Yeah, so let's go Skirmisher plus Angel. And hope for the best. Oh. We'll note when they embalm the Heartpiercer, my Night Howler does shrink. Right? But if they're going to try to kill something, well, we'll see what happens. Wait, why are they... Oh, no. So this is some kind of removal spell, right? It has to be. On the Angel. This is a removal spell on the Angel. So if they do that, I can make my Night Howler fly and attack. And if they kill the Night Howler, that's still fine. I still have an Angel to attack with. Yeah. I mean, this has to be a removal. What? I mean, I think this is the line that I needed to take no matter what they do. So. Oh, it's a rescue. The thing is, those creatures don't get to attack me. These creatures don't get to attack me, which is a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So they get to kill my Illusory Angel. Yeah. And then now they're going to try to draw a removal spell for my Night Howler. But if they don't, they're dead. We're good. We are good. Wow. Night Howler carrying it for us. We are now somehow in the position of almost having hope. We have hope. Proof that you should never give up, right? Now we can at least, if we win this next round, we can win some gems. Or perhaps even an entry into the second day. I mean, this hand looks fantastic. The question here is, do I run out the Consider? I don't think I do. Because I just have plays over the next few turns. Like, I can go Screecher into Scob, into Consider, try to find a land and play the Angel. Yeah, this is perfect. Nothing I really want to throw away to the Fellstinger, so I'd rather just Scob. Besides, Scob with the Consider is really nice next turn, right? I get to just hit for a good amount. I get to go Consider into Angel. See what they do. Alright, they are many, many colors. Ugh. That's annoying just because I don't have that much removal. Alright, now that we drew the other one drop, I'm just going to play the Tormented Hero here into the Angel, just to have maximum pressure. And the Hero is also something I can just sacrifice to the Fellstinger. Now, when I play against... Okay. I was going to say, when I play against people, they typically have like some crazy card draw spell with the Chasm Skulker and they just destroy me. How do I want to do this? Like, what's the chances they have something to draw a card with? I'm going to see what they do. I mean, I can't play too conservative. My hand doesn't really have a whole lot anyways. Devour Flesh. Sure. I'm not going to extort. I don't think. Well, maybe I should. Like, do I need this Stinger? Yeah, you know what? Let's actually just drain him out here. This way, my flyers are basically representing lethal, and it puts them in a bind, because it's got, like, I can't attack with my ground creatures anymore anyways. And I can actually use the Fellstinger to just kill them. Right? I can target my opponent, given that they're at such a low life total. So, What? Okay. Good game, I guess. All right, we've at least gotten some gems here, folks. We are now 5-1. You know, like legitimately, I was looking at my pool and I was just like, oh, not again. But we have managed to at least win 5. Now we need to win 2 before we lose 2. We still need to draw really well because overall this deck is quite weak. I have an Undead Butler and blue cards I can't cast. I'm going to mulligan that hand. And this hand is much better. Keep. The question is, what do I... I think it's just Blood Scrivener. Like, I look at my hand, it's like, oh, I might run out of gas, but I'd much rather... Like, I'll still have lots of things to do. Like, I can go turn 2 Butler into turn 3 Fellstinger, right? And that's really, really strong. Or I can just go Screecher. Actually, probably just Screecher. I can go Screecher into Butler, drain them, and then Fellstinger. 10th District Legionnaire is amazing. Wow. I don't want a hybridization just yet, I don't think. I'm just going to take the damage from the Legionnaire for now. Let's hope to hit a creature. We hit a Night Howler. That is incredible. So next turn, my plan is to go Fellstinger, sack my Butler, draw some cards, get back Night Howler, and keep up Rapid Hybridization, choosing not to extort. And the best way to disguise that is just not play my island to make it seem like my, I didn't have a spell in my hand. It's a little more obvious if I play the land and choose not to extort, right? So I think that is going to be my line here. It looks like a pump spell? Just firing it off? Okay, that's a reasonable one to fire off. Definitely. And they topped, which is not ideal. Okay, Knight of the White Orchid, sure. Man, First Strike is really annoying. Let's get back to Night Howler. Alright, we drew Biden and Thassa. I mean, Screecher's never blocking here, so might as well attack. And let's see what they do. 3 cards in hand from the opponent. They have a 10th District Legionnaire, Knight of the White Orchid. Fellstinger is nice because it has Death Touch. We will accept this trade. Okay. Hero of Erois is the play from the opponent. And Rimrock Knight. Okay. Alright, let's consider and just look for cards. Don't want the island. I mean, they have a huge board here, so it is definitely concerning. Here's my question, though. Like, if I Night Howler, what is it? It's on 3 right now? I guess that's not even all that exciting, huh? Like, is Nightveil Spectre just better here? I think so. Now I'll keep the Basilica Screecher back to block the Rimrock Knight. And then I still have Rapid Hybridization available if they try to use some kind of big combat trick on Hero of Erois. Really solid Boros cards. It's funny that my opponent's name is Genji of the Spires, which is a card that was played in mono red aggro deck back in the day. They have a nice little Boros aggro deck. They play one way, right? They play one way. Well, this tells me that there's a really good shot that they just don't have a pump spell, or rather, I'm hoping that they don't. Okay, I'm hoping that they don't. All right. How do I want to do this? So I have a Top Crop Skirmisher and Devour Flesh / Hybridization as options. I can also just play Night Howler, but usually you want to bestow with the Night Howler. It might be a little bit too all in though to bestow with the Night Howler right now. I don't really want to play Biden of Thassa. So if that's the case, I think playing the Skirmisher, keeping up Devour Flesh, plus Rapid Hybridization is fine here. Because that represents a blocker for Hero of Erois. And then I can still block the Knight of the White Orchid with the Nightveil Spectre or the Syndicate Messenger. And obviously I'm going to be firing off this Devour Flesh this turn no matter what. Unless they try to put some kind of aura on Hero of Erois here. Witch's Mark. I think I just need to kill this here. I don't want them to loot. Okay, so that was the Witch's Mark. Golly, really? Really? I mean, so they have some kind of pump spell. Can't play the Heartpiercer Manticore. See what they do. I didn't want to like put everything on the Nightveil Spectre, but maybe that's incorrect. They can figure out what they want to sack. Probably the Syndicate Messenger is the best thing to sack. And then we can go Biden of Thassa next turn. And force them to attack. But yeah, we're going to eat the Knight of the White Orchid here. Hopefully we're not dead from the Messenger. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about that. Like, what do you think? Like, am I supposed... Like, I'm trying to get value off the Nightveil Spectre, but casting cards against their deck is going to be obviously very difficult here. Right? They cast a pump spell there. I'm trying to figure out why. I'm at 3 life. Maybe they have some way to finish me off. Boulder Salvo. I see. It's a Boulder Salvo. All right. Well, hope we don't die. We're at 3. Let's draw something good. Gurmag Angler, sure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's just hope they don't have another pump spell. Let's force them to attack. I mean, the thing is, if they have a creature, I'm also dead. So this is a rough situation, no matter how you slice it. So now it's just like, yeah, I totally should have put the Night Howler on the Nightveil Spectre. And that might be what cost me. Although, you know, milling that Heartpiercer Manticore, like, that Manticore might have killed us too. So, I don't know. Nimbus Naiad, I guess, off the top would be good. This is all assuming they don't have some way to pump their Syndicate Messenger. I'm gonna force it to attack, obviously. A Devour Flesh for myself would be pretty good, because I could use that to gain a bunch of life. I can sack the token, gain 8 life, and then I'd still have the Night Howler. Maybe they have Fall of the Hammer. Nothing. Nothing! Nothing! Removal spell. Bad removal. It's a Boulder Salvo. Okay. Hey. All right. Okay, I attack with both. They have to block. I draw a card. Come on, devour flesh. Or a creature. Not casting that one. All right, we're at 1. No haste creature, no burn spell. Come on, deck. They're just top decking here. They're just top decking. What can they have? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, we are 1 win away. We are 1 win away. Oh my goodness. I would not have guessed that when we submitted this. What a run. I mean, regardless of what happens, this is a massive success. All right, 6-1, 2 shots at making day 2. 2 shots at making day 2. All right, here we go. We need good draws. Opponent on the play. Already off to a bad start. But hey, we have islands and swamps, and we have a decent curve. Can't ask for too much more than that. Well, you can, obviously. Ooh, imposing sovereign. Okay. I'll bin a top crop skirmisher for value here. What the? Okay. We will play top crop skirmisher. I hope their deck isn't super aggressive. This card's really annoying. On the play, turn 2. We drew a lot of our bad cards. Okay, hey, Tidebinder Mage is whatever. That's fine. Alright, time to play another creature that comes into play tapped. Hey, to be fair, Ingenious Scob is really good against that board. Right? And I am blocking whatever comes my way. Master of Wit. Oh no! Oh man, that's brutal. And I don't want them to save this with a protection spell or a counter spell, so I feel like I need to go rapid hybridization now. I don't want to exile my top crop skirmishers. I'm just going to keep playing defensively here. I just didn't want to die to Master of Waves. And I know, like, if they have a Sajiri Shelter, Mizium Skin, Counterspell, Scatter to the Winds, I'm going to hate myself forever. So I'm just killing it now because I can just block. I can just trade with the 3/3. Like, that 3/3 is something I'm going to have to deal with anyways. So might as well just block and trade with it. Two cards in hand from the opponent. I don't have 5 mana. Return Centaur, huh? I mean, this costs 1 mana, so I should just play the Return Centaur. Okay. Still trying to keep my life total somewhat high. We've got a lot of potential value here. We can return Fellstinger and something. Oh, Knightly Valor. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Okay, fair enough. So Biden of Thassa doesn't do much. God, this Imposing Sovereign is just an absolute beating right now. All right, let's play Read the Bones. Don't want the Blood Scrivener. I do want more lands, though, so I'll keep that. And then we have the Undead Butler here as well. But I think right now it's important to get a 5/5 in play, so I'll just play this. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to come into play tapped. So no attacks here from us. 11 life. I mean, I'm trying to play this as defensively as I can, but the Sovereign just makes things really annoying and difficult for me. I can play the Skirmishers eventually. I can play the Butler. I can rescue a Skob and a Fellstinger, sacrificing... Oh, I can sacrifice the Butler too. If I draw a land next turn, being able to go Biden of Thassa plus Undead Butler is also not that bad. Forcing my opponent... If I draw an island, forcing my opponent to attack their Sovereign into my Gurmag Angler is also pretty interesting, right? Just getting that off the battlefield seems pretty nice. But my opponent has 3 spells in hand, so it's still... oh, Jesus. Okay, well, we're probably just dead now. I mean, this is what... I'm losing twice to blue-white because my deck has no removal. My Angel comes into play tapped. They have a 6/5 flyer, and I just have absolutely no way to deal with it. I mean, we had a totally fine hand. It's just this Imposing Sovereign did a lot of damage, and having a huge flyer right now on this board is just really, really something that's too difficult for me to handle. Yeah. Well, do I have a flyer in my graveyard? Not that it matters, because they all come into play tapped. All right. They got me. Congratulations on Peregrine for making it into the second day, assuming they were 6-1. And now, I mean, that was a totally fine draw. Totally fine draw. I know our deck's overperforming, but like we got to do our thing. We're utilizing some minor synergies here. Why don't, but come on. Let's make day 2. Cloudfin Raptor on the play. That's what I want. That is what I want to do. I'm on the draw again. I mean, I have plays. I have a Basilica Screecher and a Devour Flesh that I can play on turn 2. Return Centaur, which combos nicely with the Gurmag Angler. So obviously some lands would be nice to have. And we did draw a Dimir Gilgate right off the top. So that's exactly what I want. Turn 1 Hopeful Eidolon from the opponent. Witch's Mark, maybe? Sure. It's a good start from the opponent. We're going to take 3 damage total, and they're going to gain a bunch of life. But I am, of course, just going to fire off this Devour Flesh. No messing around. I don't want some kind of instant speed creature to throw me off. Oh, gosh. Annex and Psymead is just so deadly. I'm just going to play a Fellstinger here, just to have a nice 3/2 body. And then next turn I'm going to play the Centaur. The Centaur technically blocks Annex. Oh, this can't possibly be good for me. Red-white. The question is just like how much of the good red-white stuff did they actually end up getting, right? All right, milled a bunch of stuff. Can't attack. Somehow this thing is First Strike and Vigilance. Again, my deck has basically no removal. I'm going to force the action here. I can't just take the damage forever, so... Follow the hand. Oh, wow. All right, fair enough. All right, time for a big turn here. Let's remove 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think these 2 creatures... Oh, wait, no, let's not remove Fellstinger. Fellstinger, Nightfell Spectre we'll keep in the graveyard. And then we'll go Angel. I mean, that was a good turn, right? Like, I put a 5/5 and a 4/4 flyer in play. They use their Follow the Hammer. They have a Wingsteed Rider, okay. Okay. Their whole team gets bigger? Ugh, that's gross. I mean, maybe that was an aggressive attack. I didn't expect to get Swift Reckoninged. We'll see how this goes. The thing is, I just can't, like, sit back and do absolutely nothing for the whole game. One card left in hand for the opponent. Let's hope they don't have another trick. Don't want that. Bident of Thassa, okay. Hey! We got to eat the Annex, but the Wingsteed Rider is still problematic. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge problem. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to me. Alright, they have a plan. It's to go to the skies. So Basilica Screecher dies, but I get to play the Screecher, and then play the Skirmisher and drain them for 1. And this actually buys me some time. So they're going to kill my Screecher, but that means it's a 2-turn clock with the Wingsteed Rider, and then hopefully I find something, like a Devour Flesh would obviously be fantastic. I also have Gust of Wind, which we haven't seen yet. But of course, if they have more follow-ups here, it's pretty... Oh, Cloudfin Raptor is totally fine as well. It's another blocker. So why don't we play Bident of Thassa here? Attack with everything. Draw 3 cards. I mean, if I find land Devour Flesh, I think I'd rather do that. Okay, well, untap land? Oh, we didn't find it. Okay, here's a Cloudfin Raptor, and I'm hoping. I am hoping here. I got a Chump Blocker here. This is super close, but they have 3 cards in hand. I'm at 6. They have a 5/5 Wingsteed Rider. If they use Follow the Hammer, like, basically, if they kill my Cloudfin Raptor and pump their Wingsteed Rider, I'm dead. I'm Chump Blocking here, of course. All right, what do they have? What do they have? Compulsory Rest is okay. Oh my gosh, okay. This is actually crazy. I can Devour Flesh targeting them. I can Gust of Wind and try to go for the wind. The win, rather. I guess Gust of Wind does the same thing and I can just kill them, right? I can also Night Howler. But Gust, I think, gives me the most protection. Because I can pump the Ingenious Scob. Come on! Yes! Let's go! We are into day 2, friends! Oh my gosh! I was so sad when I opened this sealed pool. I was so incredibly sad. I mean, I just did not think this deck had what it took. I really did not. I mean, I am just playing with cards I've never put into my deck so far in Pioneer Masters. I have not put Tormented Hero into my deck. I don't like playing multiple copies of Top Crop Skirmisher in my deck. I don't really play Nimbus Naiad all that often in my decks. Return Centaur. Rescue from the Underworld. But this was the deck that made the most sense to me. The reason being is, if you cannot play a good control deck with a lot of good interaction, play the combination that gives you the best chance of just curving out and killing your opponents. And that's what we did. We had very minimal interaction. We had double Devour Flesh, a Rapid Hybridization, and a Gust of Wind. That is it. That is all we had. But we had a great curve. 16 creatures with Bident of Thassa. The Centaur actually randomly good. And we just were very careful in how we sequenced our spells. And we were able to make day 2 with this. I mean, look at this deck. This is not a day 2 deck. This is, well, I went 3-3, or I went 4-3, and I want some gems. Let's run it back type of deck. And I am so excited that I was able to do it with this deck. Now, I will say, we did have a good card. Night Howler and Nightfell Spectre. These are both very, very good cards. Fell Stinger as well. And Bident definitely played a part. Devour Flesh overperformed. Because my opponents would often just, like, put things on their creatures and, like, I would 2-for-1 them. But outside of that, I mean, we just had to play really tight, really carefully, and just put ourselves in situations where we can win. And we were able to do just that. Wow, this is a good feeling. I mean, this is one of those, like, you're scrapping, you're fighting, every little resource, every card in your graveyard matters. Every mode of every card is relevant. I mean, this was insane. I mean, this is probably one of my proudest accomplishments with regards to being able to pull off a successful result with a bag of peanuts. Because compared to some other sealed decks that you'll see in this format, this is probably, you know what, in the comment section below, out of 10, what would you rate this deck? Mention in the comments below. I would give it a 3. We were able to make day 2 probably with a 3 out of 10 deck. And I am so happy that I was able to do this and share that experience with all of you. So what does that mean? Well, we have now made it into the second day of the Arena Open. So now the stakes are real. We are playing for literally thousands of dollars worth of stakes maybe. Because if we do well on the second day, we can win $2,000. But it all starts with draft number 1. It's going to be best of 3. We need to basically go 3-1 or better. You play 4 matches. And if you go 3-1 or better in the first pod, you make it into the second pod. And then depending on whether or not you went 3-1 or 4-0, you either have a loss to give. But if you go 4-0, if you win 4 wins before you lose, you get $2,000. If you're 3-1 going into the second pod, you need to go 4-0. If you're 4-0 in the first pod, you can go 4-1. You have a loss to give. So that's the stakes that we're playing for tomorrow. But for now, I am so excited to put this one in the hopper, edit it, and post it for you as quickly as possible to share this experience with all of you so that we will all be hyped and ready for day 2 of the Arena Open. I am finally qualified. Oh my gosh. I thought it was just never going to happen, honestly. Sealed deck just wears away at your soul. Especially after what happened to me in the Foundation Seal deck, where I literally played from 8 a.m. till 3 in the morning until Arena had to stop me. They kicked me out of the bar. They were like, Paul, you're done. There are no more opportunities. I literally played until there was no more opportunities to do Sealed. Today, I was going to take a healthier approach. If I didn't make day 2 with this one, I was going to go for a walk, maybe go to the gym, come back, reset, and do it again. But guess what? No resetting this time around. We are headed into day 2, and I'm so happy once again to share this experience with all of you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really, really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, check out tcgplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Last but not least, make sure you check out heavyplay.com for all your gaming needs with regards to products and accessories. You want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Return Centaur. This one's for you, Marshall. I know you were making fun of this card, but we made day 2 with Return Centaur into our deck. That is an accomplishment and a handicap. Anyways, we'll see. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the mean streets of Pioneer Masters Draft tomorrow.